There's the 17-year-old from Morocco, Yassine KENITRI. And his opponent, just suiting up in the blue corner, is Mihail TARANU. Both of these men, 17 years of age, the referee from Chinese Taipei. So the equipment as it should be, mouthpiece inserted, TARANU's ready to go. Now joined in that regard by his opponent from the North African nation.
Round one.
So we're underway then. Boxers from Morocco and Moldova contesting this one. The man wearing red is Yassine KENITRI, 17 years of age. And his opponent, the man wearing blue, currently trying to pin his man to the ropes, is also 17. That is Mihail TARANU. TARANU comes in here, quite a reputation, having enjoyed success on the continental stage, two-time European bronze medalist in the junior tournament over the past few years. Here he is competing in his first global event. Landed a good right hand. KENITRI looking for the same shot. Nice left jab landed by TARANU. Arcing right hand was short of the mark. It's now TARANU who's looking to back up his man. Nice counter right hand when he was being put under pressure by KENITRI. Well, the referee allowing the boxers to work away and neither man taking the opportunity to do so. Now, if you look at the stature of these two boxers, not much in it in terms of height, but KENITRI perhaps would be the one looking to make hay when they're in there at close range. See the embellishment with his punches from TARANU, sometimes throwing them out to the side, trying to distract the man in red before coming back or turning them into punches that are aiming for the target, and he landed a good left hand during that exchange, did TARANU. Onto the front foot now. Nice two-shot combination. Jolts the head back of KENITRI. KENITRI trying a left-right combination but was off the mark. Good left jab to the chest. Landed by TARANU. Oh, beautiful left hand. Just exacerbating the difficulty that KENITRI appears to be having with his head guard. And that's why we've got the call of time. Because 52-kilogram flyweight boxers, of course, but the head guard appears as though it belongs to a super heavyweight. Swiveling around on his head, and then that snaking left hand underneath just made matters worse, jolting it upwards, almost removing the chin strap. But again, all of these things, making sure equipment is as it should be, part of the responsibility of the boxers and their associated teams. So you've got to get this right. When you're in there with a continental medalist, last thing you want to be worried about, as well as taking him on, is fighting your own equipment as well. Oh, nice left hand on the resumption, but look at that in the response from TARANU. On the resumption, KENITRI landed a cracking left hook. And he's really trying to quicken the tempo now. It's another exchange of backhands. Quick punches being landed by both boxers. KENITRI getting onto the front foot, trying to be the aggressor, but remaining composed in the face of this increased aggression is TARANU. Action heating up since the restart after that intervention by the referee to fix the head guard. Nice punches underneath landed by TARANU. KENITRI continuing to try and close the distance. Action-packed opening round between these two boxers. Well, some effective punch picking from both men. TARANU perhaps enjoying the greater volume of success, but make no mistake, KENITRI right in this one as well. And here's confirmation of a split. One judge favoring the work of the man from Morocco, the other four favoring TARANU. 10-9. Four of the judges in favor of this boxer.
Round 2.
So the seconds taking every permissible second of the 60 to tend to their respective boxes. That's why I've had a little bit of delay on the start of the second round, but my goodness, once the command of time was issued, oh, the action starting in earnest. Nice right hand over the top, landed by KENITRI, but look at the two-shot combination success landed by the man in blue. There's TARANU on the front foot here. Beautiful left hook causes KENITRI to completely lose his balance and spin like a top up on the space of the boxing ring. Terrific timing, because KENITRI was loading up, looking for his own backhand, and before he could pull the trigger, he was tagged by a left hook, and then his arcing hooks from both flanks being fired in by TARANU. Terrific punch picking as he jolts his man with a right cross once again. KENITRI going through a bad portion of the round here in the second stanza because the success has been notable from the man in blue. He's on the front foot and just landing the more eye-catching shots in a greater volume. Well, I'm sure that TARANU didn't want this intervention to come at this particular juncture because he was enjoying a terrific portion of the round. But again, all of these things are part of the boxer's responsibility along with their coaches. Now, I'm sure before the gloves were put on, TARANU tied his own bootlaces. They just came undone at an inopportune time because the momentum in that first portion of the second round, from my vantage point here ringside, appeared to be in his favor. And it's momentum that he created with some terrific punch picking. So measuring his man with the jab, KENITRI short of the mark. And TARANU just being reminded to keep his head up. Left jab wasn't too far away from KENITRI. The looping right hand over the top landed, but it may well have been a slap. Right hand over the top, not too far away from the man in red. The attempted left hook from TARANU was long. And again, he's continuing to struggle with that headgear, is KENITRI. He winds up for a big right hand and is met by a straight left hand straight down the pipe while he was arcing the shot over the top, looking for success. And he moves in explosive bursts as the Moroccan national champion lands a good left hook there, but he's put onto the end of a left hand before the boxers fall into a clinch. And again, why is KENITRI or indeed TARANU, why is neither man looking to work away here? Waiting for the instruction of the referee to break. But again, that's what he should be doing, letting his hands go and looking to try and put it on to his man. Nudging hooks landed on the inside by TARANU. The right hand strayed around the rear from the man in blue. Infighting, an art in itself, of course. But I just think that in a contest that's as competitive as this, and where KENITRI is probably being edged, he should be taking every opportunity to let his hands go in a bid to get back into the contest. Remember, he conceded the opening round 4-1. And it's a clean sweep on this occasion. The judge who scored for KENITRI in the opening round has scored the second round 10-8 in favor of TARANU. So it is going to be 20-18 across the board in favor of the man in blue. And that is why I'm suggesting that KENITRI, when it gets into close range and the two men are leaning on the chest of one another, the man in red has surely got to try and free his hands if he's going to find himself in that posture and get to work trying to pile up some points. Because he's 2 points down with 1 round to go.
Seconds out, please. Round 3.
Well, I suggested that the red corner took every second of the 60 to 10 to KENITRI between rounds 1 and 2. He really took liberties coming into the third round because the bell sounded and KENITRI was getting himself another slug of water. Third round underway, and perhaps he not only needs urgency, perhaps a little bit of desperation going to creep into the work of the man in red now, because he's 20-18 down, 2 points down for all of the judges, despite taking the opening round for the 5th judge from Malaysia. Put onto the end of a straight right cross there, and he's walked into a beautiful corkscrew left on that occasion as he tried to edge forwards. And I'm suggesting he should let his hands go. Well, perhaps fatigue playing an increasing factor here in the third round, because he's walked onto a beautiful right hand, which was followed by a nice move with the feet from TARANU, who's enjoying his work here now and increasing his dominance as we move through this third and final frame. Gotta credit KENITRI, he's continuing to compete. Odds have been against him in terms of his fighting against his head guard as well. Nice left jab to the body from TARANU before he landed with a shot upstairs, and then he's landed 2 cuffing hooks, which are really inconveniencing the man in red. Right hand underneath, and KENITRI cutting a fatigued figure up there in the boxing ring as we approach the midpoint of the third and final round. It's notable that it appears to be KENITRI as he comes forward with 2 straight right hands there. They were off the mark, but he was so committed to the attack that the spin move of TARANU left him looking over our commentary position here ringside. Beautiful right-left combination. Breathing through an increasingly open mouth is the man in red. He appears to be really feeling the pace with 2 minutes gone in this third and final round. In stark contrast, TARANU still in control. And when you are in control, then you're more relaxed and the amount of energy exerted is often less. So everything in TARANU's favor, but make no mistake, this is a set of circumstances of his own making, because he's been the man controlling things up there in the boxing ring. Again, swing and a miss from KENITRI. Looping right hand over the top was countered by a straight left, well, a straight armed left around the corner from the man in blue. And KENITRI just must be saving himself, getting some oxygen into his lungs ahead of a grandstand finish. Lands with a good left-right combination there. But now the heavier shots being landed during the course of the exchanges by TARANU. KENITRI keen to hold on once again as the 10-second clapper sounds here in ring A. Becoming increasingly untidy now is the work of the man in red. Coming in with a desperate left hook, couldn't find the range. And at the end of 3 3-minute rounds, well, that walk back to his corner on rather weary legs just gives you an indication as to how much KENITRI put into that contest. I don't think it's going to be enough to overturn the deficit that he faced going into the third and final round, because TARANU was boxing in controlled fashion once again throughout that final 3 minutes. And I suspect it will be the man in blue who goes through to the round of 16, and he'll be facing off against Ukraine's Ruslan Tsalko. And what a contest that will be between 2 composed, confident boxers who are content to box from behind low-held hands. Well, KENITRI's been late to the ring for rounds 2 and 3, and he's late to center ring to get the verdict. I'm sure it's imminent here at ring A.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from the blue corner.
So there's confirmation. TARANU Mihail, a unanimous point decision winner over Yassine KENITRI, the Moroccan national champion in the junior ranks, eliminated in the first preliminary round after a very composed display. And as the contest went